LeBron James, he is heading into an offseason as an unrestricted free agent. And, of course, yes, that's if the 41-year-old chooses to continue playing, of course. But the four-time champ, he will have the freedom to sign really anywhere he wants in the NBA this July. And he spoke on his Mind the Game pod about his future. Take a listen.
I'm still in the moment of, like, just taking my time and saying I haven't even really thought about it too much. Obviously, I understand that I'm a free agent and I can control my own destiny. If being here with this with this franchise for foreseeable future, or if it's going somewhere else. But like I haven't even really got to that point. I haven't even taken my family vacation yet, which is going to happen after Memorial Day. That's kind of the thing at the forefront of my mind. But I think at some point, up until, up in June, late June, as July roll around, free agency starts to, gets going. And, as, July rolling and maybe into August, we start to kind of like get a feel of, what my future may look like. If it's continuing to play the game that I love, which I know I can still give so much to the game and play at a high level, or if it's not. So, but I have not got to that point yet. And when I get there, it'd be fun to kind of see what the future could hold.
Well, we have a very interesting panel here to break this down. Three players who played with LeBron James, a reporter who covered LeBron for many years. LeBron said when we get to July or August in that clip, I don't know that he can afford to wait that long, Brian.
Well, he can afford to do whatever he wants.
Sure, very literally.
I hope there's some golf in that vacation coming up. Let me just say that when he said August, that left a reaction in the league. They were like, seriously? People were texting me like, seriously? You think it could be August?
Right.
Let me explain something to you about the timeline for LeBron. I totally get, and he has earned the right to wait as long as he wants. He could wait until September and announce he wants to play, and there would be teams beating down his door to sign him. But if he wants to sign with the Lakers for any significant amount of money, he's probably going to have to make up his mind by mid to late June, because that is what his cap hold is. And that means that number sits on the Lakers' books, even though he's not signed. It sits on the Lakers' books until something happens. What does that happen? Number one, he signs. Maybe he signs for $58 million. Maybe he signs for $28 million. Maybe he signs for $10 million. Or, and look, this is just reality. This is not, I don't think, meant to be insulting or anything. If the Lakers don't get a clear answer from LeBron by July 1st, they may have to renounce his rights and say, LeBron, we have to move on. We have to plan for next season. And then that money would just come off of their books. I would be stunned if that happened. But there is a little bit more of an urgency. And he doesn't have to, he can go on his vacation, whatever. But unless LeBron wants to sign for $3 million somewhere, which is what the NBA minimum is for a player with his experience level, he is going to have to probably come up with his mind sooner. He has made so much money in his career, he could sign for anything. But if the LeBron that I know wants to be respected, it's not even about the actual paycheck, it's about what the respect that the paycheck includes. And if he wants that respect, he probably will have to move up his timeline.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, I think he was just being facetious with the whole August thing. I don't think he'll wait that long.
I don't know
People
if it's
freaked out, though.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you.
I also don't think he's going to sign the minimum. Again, he wants to be respected. We all think this is going to be his last year. He could possibly play 2 or 3 more years. He always proves me wrong every time
I don't put a timeline on him
But we
anymore.
expect this is a farewell. Being that a farewell, he probably is going to make a good amount off the books, off the court, doing that thing. So, but if he's going to be a Laker, which I think he wants to be and wants to stay with his family, he'll probably make that decision a little sooner or later. But right now, he's in that mode where he doesn't want to answer questions. He's just telling people, the media, look, don't ask me about it. Don't want to talk about it until I take my vacation with my family.
And let him.
And let me watch some basketball, get some golf, and then I'll think about it. He'll probably have that, once he gets that itch and also want to see the finals. Like certain players even retire, and guys that are still playing, they see the finals, they're like, that competitive nature comes back in and kicks in. Like, I want to be out there. I want to hoop. So
Perk, you get that? That
it's going to come back to
competitive nature that kicks in says you want to be back out there?
Absolutely. One thing about it, I would not be fooled by LeBron James. I know him too well. He moves like the president. His schedule is like the president.
Sure.
He has a routine like the president. LeBron James knows what he want to do, and he probably have it in his mind of where he's going and where he's going to land and what team he's going to be playing for. I shared a locker room with LeBron James his last year in Cleveland, outside the lines, inside the lines. And I asked him every single day, what the hell are you gonna do? And I was at his house watching games with him, just me and him, and he never told me a damn thing. I heard the whispers of the Lakers. I heard every single thing, and he was like, man, I don't know. I'm just soaking it all in. The next thing I know, he signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James knows what the hell he got going on. He ain't gonna let us know, but I'm telling you, he knows what his next move is gonna be with organization he's gonna be playing next season. What you say?
I wouldn't tell your ass.
I wouldn't either.
Well, I just think the Lakers are hoping that it doesn't go to July
What
or
I
August.
suspect is going on right now is that LeBron has started the free agency negotiation with the Lakers.
Thank you.
And, you know, one of these things, I don't think LeBron is going to say to the Lakers, this is how much I want.
Sure.
I think what LeBron wants is the Lakers to come to him and say, this is what we are offering.
This is how much we're willing
And he
to
wants
offer.
it to be a very healthy
Our
number.
sights are on this player to play alongside.
And that's part of it, because LeBron does
Our
like
sights
to
are
say.
on that player over there. So if you take this, I can get him.
Right.
If you don't take this, I can't get him.
Yeah, because LeBron does like to know the why. It's not just the number, it's the why. All right, that's what we don't.
When he could decide on his future, that sounds new on SportsCenter. Take a listen.
Yeah, I'm still in the moment of like just taking my time and saying I haven't even really thought about it too much. Obviously, I understand that I'm a free agent and I can control my own destiny. If being here with this franchise for the foreseeable future, or if it's going somewhere else. But like I haven't even really got to that point. I haven't even taken my family vacation yet, which is going to happen after Memorial Day. That's kind of the thing at the forefront of my mind. But I think at some point, up until, up in June, late June, as July roll around, free agency starts to, gets going, and July rolling, maybe into August, we start to kind of like get a feel of, what my future may look like. If it's continuing to play the game that I love, which I know I can still give so much to the game and play at a high level, or if it's not. So, but I have not got to that point yet. And when I get there, it'd be fun to kind of see what the future could hold.
But first, a lot of golf for LeBron. That's coming. Reaction, Danny, you start.
He just doesn't want to be bothered with the questions right now. He doesn't want to think about it right now. It's his time to relax. He's like, we'll get to it when July happens. I think he said later in that show, August, he's going to be one of the first free agent signs in that first week of July. And right now, he just doesn't want to continue to be asked about it or think about it. But we know that he's going to enjoy his offseason, enjoy his family, and that he wants to be at home with his family in LA, and that might not happen. It might be in Cleveland. But he's going to come back for another year, which we never expected him to play this long. But he's amazing at what he's done, and he's proven me and many others time and time again wrong that he can play, another 4 or 5 more years. So we don't even know how many more years left he will play, but we're just assuming this is his last year coming up. But, we'll see what that happens in July.
Yeah, I'm just happy to see that LeBron finished healthy. He finished out healthy. He's still playing basketball. Hey, I'm all smiles over here. I don't really have much of a reaction. I think it's very politically correct and fitting for LeBron to keep giving us the same thing that he's been giving us all season. I don't know. When I know, you guys will know. I'll take his word for it.
All right, we'll wait for a decision. It might come soon, it might not. Who knows? We have all summer. Gentlemen, great stuff.